and stated that he was going to kill her and then showed up at her job. The complainant received an email that stated, "Skip pussy bitch, I just love you."
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Welcome to Bench Report Court Cam.
Can you have Etcha going? This guy was working and he put NA on everything. I don't believe that. Can you have him refill it out? Please. And if he wants time, we can send him on his way to there.
No, I'll be with you. This is one at a time.
Mr. Johnson, you were charged, you were charged with harassment. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
And judges, you know the details of this case are.
Quiet.
Just
Read it.
Officer reviewed a police report from February 4th, 2025, after the officer spoke with the complainant. The complainant stated the defendant, her ex-boyfriend, called the complainant and stated that he was going to kill her and then showed up at her job. The defendant was approached by security and fled the scene prior to contacting the complainant. On February 24th, 2025, the fine officer called the complainant. The complainant stated that on February 7th, 2025, she told the defendant via phone call to stop harassing her, and the defendant told her he did not give a fuck. On February 12th, 2025, the complainant received an email that stated, "Skip pussy bitch, I just love you." The defendant also sent a 20-second pornography video. The video showed a female laying on her stomach, nude, and the video zoomed in on the female's vagina, with fingers being used to spread the female's buttocks to expose the inside of her vagina. The complainant recognized the hand and the fingers in the video to belong to the defendant and recognized the room. The complainant stated the defendant had previously emailed her on March 16th, 2024 from the same email, sending a picture of himself at work. On February 18th, 2025, the defendant emailed the complainant 6 times. On February 23rd, 2025, the defendant emailed the complainant 9 times. On February 24th, 2025, the defendant emailed the complainant once. The complainant changed her phone number on February 22nd, 2025, because she kept getting phone calls from unknown numbers, and when she would answer, the call would hang up. The officer texted a photo of the defendant from his Texas driver's license, and the complainant identified the defendant.
Pornography video that was sent.
We don't know the ID of the female in the video.
So, yeah, I think it would probably take some more investigating to figure out the identity of that female. Obviously, we can't speak to the defendant about it. I don't know if it's recognizes her. But that is.
She would say whether she recognized it was her. I would imagine that there's a whole host.
That's a felony.
Yeah.
If it's-
We haven't spoken to her directly yet, Your Honor.
It's just because it's been a flashback.
Mr. Johnson, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to order you not to have any contact with the complaining witness. I'm going to put a GPS monitor on you so I know where you are at all times. If I find that you go anywhere near this person, if I find that you try to have any communication with this person through any means, I don't care what it is, if it's Snapchat, if it's Facebook, social media, smoke signals, whatever it is, I will put you in jail. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my community at all costs. I don't care who you are. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm now entering into what's called a matchage order for emergency protection. This is a court order that identifies Ms. Turner as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit and act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works. If you violate this court order, the state can and will probably file a violation of protective order. It's one of the worst cases that you can pick up. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we need to talk about bond.
Your Honor, the defendant works for Enterprise. He's an IT specialist. He's been working there for over 5 years. And he's got ties here. He's been living in Houston for over 5 years. And he has child support for 3 children that he takes care of on the weekends. They're with the baby mom on the weekdays. But he does work, and he is working. And so we would ask that, and he's no threat. He's not shown any threat previously, and he does have strong ties. We were requesting a bond of $1,500. We have the bondsman here today who could cover that.
I would be unopposed to a bond of $1,500 if he were to have a GPS monitor with an exclusion code.
I'm
So-
gonna order it.
Yeah, so I'm unopposed to that as long as he has the exclusion code.
Bond will be set at the 1,500 then. You will get no more warnings, Mr. Johnson. You're in the free world now. Act accordingly. If I find that you do anything, it's not going to go well. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So you have a bonding company here now?
He's speaking.
Okay, he'll have to meet with each all first for all the bond conditions. Then after that, we can release him to the bonding company.
He's at the
Yeah, for sure. Okay, all right. Thanks, Joe.
Judge, the bond was set at what amount?
1,500.
She didn't answer.
Ah, Mr. D.
That's right.
If it down, we gotta play.
What's it called? 16.
She did, or will we have to wait till you give me?
Well, hold on a second. You really want to do a probation with Mr. Proctor?
That's what he said, Judge.
You couldn't even stay out of trouble. You're on bond. Why do you actually think that you can make a probation? Yeah, I've heard that before. How many times have I heard that before? How many bond violations have we had, Mr. Proctor? You know, you can lie to me, but you can't lie to yourself. You know, if you think you repeatedly fail to appear for court, you repeatedly fail to comply with bond conditions, how on earth do you think that you're going to be able to make probation where you have to do classes, you have to remain clean, you have to report once a month? You can't even report to court once a month. How are you going to do this for 12 months? History says otherwise, Mr. Proctor. Can we do a TRAS? Before I do anything, I don't know how to go forward with him. And I think that probably the best way to see is to have Mr. Proctor evaluated to see what conditions and what is the appropriate way to go forward, because I have no idea what's going on in your life. I have no idea what you have, and we don't want to see you fail, Mr. Proctor. We want you to leave better than you came. But just doing this right here, it's just throwing you out there to the wolves. I mean, if you really think that this is the appropriate way, you can even, while you're on bond, for a couple months, stay out. Before, I would like to have him evaluated. So what we do is we have clinicians available that can interview you, talk to you about you, what's going on with your life, what has been happening with you, how everything has transpired and how we've gotten here to this point, and to see what's the best way that we go forward. Do we need a treatment plan? Do we need inpatient treatment? Is it sufficient to do out? I don't know. But I'm not ready to do this just yet. I think that we need to have your TRAS to see how we go forward. Let's see what they say. And then at that point, you want to court reporter regardless, right?
Oh, no, sir, no, sir. We will respectfully honor the
So let's,
request by the court.
it doesn't have to take long. I can expedite it so we can have everything done within the next couple of days. We're not talking weeks. We're not talking, so we can have everything done quick. Because I don't want you to just sit there and languish. But I need to know how to go forward. And this, I don't think that this is the appropriate way. If they say after we have you evaluated, if they say and they give the blessing, then I'm all for it. I want to do what they advise because they know best. Every time I have someone TRAS and I deviate from it, we pay dearly. So that's why I trust them to give us the best advice as how to go forward. All right? Give me a couple days. Let me get the TRAS done. We can come back and then we'll go forward. Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you,
Thank you.
I just want to make sure I had it right in my notes, so we just want to wait for the TRAS before we do the plea.
Right. Yeah, because I want to know what are the appropriate conditions that we put? Because this right now, this is the type of probation that we usually do when people have, no violations or, they've been, but here we have multiple, 4 different violations from one thing or the other. So that's why.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Judge.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Stick around longer and click the highlighted videos to your right. See you there.